From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, we're almost there. I'm sure many of you are excited. The Red Bluff Round-up is starting the middle of the month. In fact, April 17th will be the first event, and we're giving tickets away, a pair of tickets here at Weather NorCal, and you can win those tickets. All you got to do is email your entries to mkrueger@weathernorcal.com. One entry per household, please. The winner will be announced Wednesday, April 15th, so be sure to get those entries in for your chance to win. All right, we also have a sale to tell you about at Axner Excavating. They got 11 acres of all kinds of gardening and landscaping supplies. 11 acres, a ton of it. It's pretty much all on sale. It's the 59 spring sale. All you have to do is go to their website or call them to learn more about the sale, or just head on over there. You know, it's over by Highway 44, Old 44, just kind of north of that. So be sure to check it out. Great sale going on, and it's going to be going on through Sunday, April 12th. And by the way, also, meet the pros. They're going to have experts who can answer your questions about gardening and landscaping. So be sure to check that out. And that will be the home show, April 11th, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. A lot of great fun things happening. And hey, check this out. As I'm recording this just shortly before 5 o'clock in the morning, you can see that there are some chain requirements. And remember, I've been talking about the lower snow levels and how that's going to impact some of your travel. It looks like we did see a little bit on Highway 44 around the Viola area. And there are also chain requirements south of that. If you're heading to the Tahoe region, do note that there are chain requirements there as well. Now, a lot of these are for big rigs, but if you do drive a car or an SUV or anything of that nature, just note that it's going to be slow going, as the roads are certainly going to be slick. You take a look at what it looks like at Shingletown, 3,500 feet, right? Some snow, some slush on the road there from last night and early this morning. Lassen Park, that's the entrance from 44, and also Beauregard Ranger Station, which has chain requirements for big rigs there. So yes, we got to see that lower elevation snow make its way here. Now, the road conditions will be improving rapidly through the morning hours. By midday, I'm anticipating that any snow that we do see on those roads will be done with. And you can still see some of those lingering showers that we're seeing for the coast and snow flurries in the mountains. And I think most of the showers this morning will be on the coast and where you're seeing it. And then we're really going to start to see that diminish, especially as we get into midday. So how much rain did we see? Well, as expected, most of it was on the coast, the mountains west and east of the valley. By the way, there were parts of Redding from yesterday's convergence line that saw over an inch of rainfall. See, that's how rainfall totals work, my friends, is that you can see an inch of rain, but your neighbor across the street may only see a half an inch. So whenever you see these totals, these are just for specific locations, right? So that's just kind of that general idea. But close to a half an inch out at the Redding airport. But again, areas that were within that convergence line yesterday near Redding certainly saw a lot more than that. All right, let's get you to your Krueger's Quickcast for your Thursday, April 2nd. We're going to get you out the door here this morning. Still some flurries out towards Siskiyou, Modoc County, and a few light showers this morning. Otherwise, it's going to be mainly dry here for today. The main storm system is moving out, but the colder air is in place, and that's going to keep our temperatures down. There you can see the snow flurries that we will see this morning. As I mentioned, mainly Siskiyou, Modoc, northern Lassen may see some activity, and also some of those light showers for parts of Del Norte and Humboldt counties. By midday, afternoon, that's all pretty much done with, and we'll start to clear those skies out as we go into this evening and tonight. The winds not nearly as strong as they were yesterday, but still a little breezy for the south end of the valley, around 15 to 20 miles per hour, and a little breezy for the foothills and mountains just east of the valley later on this evening. Rainfall chances, at least for the valley today, are pretty much zero through Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, we're talking about another chance for showers entering the picture. More on that in your deeper dive here in just a bit. But there are your temperatures for today. It's still cool. Low to mid 60s in the valley and mostly 40s and even some 50s for some of the higher elevations. Tonight, we're dropping down to the low 40s. It's going to be cold tonight, teens and 20s. I think some freezing temperatures and below freezing temperatures for many of the higher elevations as the colder air will still be in place here for tonight. But we are warming up. Back in the 80s for the valley over the weekend, even into Monday. Slightly cooler with that chance for showers by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. We take a look at the coast. Morning sprinkles, light showers as well as inland and maybe even Trinity County. And then out towards the mountains, Siskiyou and Modoc County, yeah, you got those morning flurries. That could continue around midday, but I think Susanville, you will be dry all day today. Dry and warmer going into the weekend. Another chance for showers by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So again, the isolated mountain snow flurries, some of those isolated showers for parts of the coast, but dry and warmer as we go into the weekend. Valley highs back in the 80s, and yeah, another chance for showers for Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe even Thursday of next week. So let's get into that with our deeper dive forecast as we talk about how much warmer it's going to get and when we can start to anticipate to see that next chance for rain. But first, a word from one of our sponsors.
The sun is out. Time to make your plans for spring yard work and outdoor projects. Axner Excavating Landscape Specialist has everything you need with their spring sale starting March 30th with a special Meet the Pros event where you'll get expert tips, tricks, and tools of the trade. Axner Excavating has convenient delivery service and they're open 7 days a week. They also have the largest concrete carts in town, holding up to 1 3/4 yards. Axner Excavating Landscape Specialist since 1967, off Old Oregon Trail just north of Highway 44.
All right, so let's get into that deeper dive forecast. Let's start with the radar from this morning. And you can clearly see that we are seeing some of the showers along the coast. Some of those working their way into Trinity County. Some snow flurries in Siskiyou and Modoc County. And late last night and early this morning off to the east. But you see how that's beginning to dry out. So where I anticipate most of the activity, at least through the morning, will be for the coast, parts of Trinity County, Siskiyou, and Modoc County. You can see some of those light snow flurries. Any snow that we do see, or rain for that matter, is not going to be significant at all. And then it's dry for the valley and dry for most of the mountains east of that as well. So here's the big picture. This is the system, the cold storm that is moving through as we speak. That's pushing off to the east, bringing in some colder air behind it. And that's why it's going to be still fairly cool out there today. But high pressure is going to build in behind that. And that's what's going to give us warmer temperatures and clearing skies. So yeah, some of the snow we're seeing this morning, that pushes off to the east. Through Friday, high pressure building in. Take you into Saturday, Sunday, there's that big ridge of high pressure. So beautiful weather for your Easter weekend. Now, Monday, we have an approaching system. The forecast models are varying on how long it will be here or how much rain we end up seeing and when it arrives. So sometime around Tuesday and Wednesday, we could see a chance for showers. And even the European forecast model keeps that chance for showers as late as Thursday and even Friday of next week. So we may be going into a drier pattern this weekend into early next week, but it looks like a chance for some more wet weather. But nothing major as far as rain and even higher elevation snow is concerned here. Again, you can see that toward the end of next week. Looks like, yeah, maybe another chance for some of those showers begin to kind of move on in. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast here for today. As mentioned, slight chance for showers along the coast, Siskiyou, Modoc County, maybe even northern Lassen around Aden, for example, and northern Trinity. All right, so let's take you to midday. You see how it quickly breaks apart. So yeah, we're going to see the lingering snow flurries this morning and some light showers along the coast and some of the inland areas, but by midday, it's really breaking up. And then by the afternoon, most of us are completely dry, clearing skies up to the north, but otherwise, mainly sunny skies elsewhere throughout the day. Friday, we're going to be looking at mainly sunny skies, a little breezy, I'd say, for the valley here from the north, and then going into your Saturday, same story, right? And that's going to be the case even for Sunday with mostly sunny skies. Beautiful weather in store for us over the weekend. But as I mentioned, those winds, as you can see here, going into this afternoon, they may get a little breezy in some spots here, especially off to the north and to the east here. There's Thursday, a little breezy, 10 to 15 miles per hour, but certainly not to the extent what we saw yesterday. This is what I was talking about on Friday. That north breeze, 20, 25 miles per hour in the valley. Not as bad elsewhere, but a little breezy out for you along the coast. Let's take you into your Saturday. a little breezy in spots here off to the east. Otherwise, the winds won't be quite as bad. And Sunday, pretty much the same story with calmer winds for your Easter Sunday. Here's your 10-day trend. Yes, cool today, below normal, but we're back up to about 80 and even temperatures in the low to mid 80s through Monday of next week. Temperatures dip. In fact, once they dip, they'll stay there into the 70s, but that's still above normal, and this is when we see our best chance for showers here, but we may see that linger into the end of next week and even into that next weekend. We'll see. We're still seeing some discrepancies in those long-range forecast models. If we take a look at the lake levels here, we are seeing the total, that increase, right? With the exception of Trinity Lake, with that minor drop, but still well above normal for this type of time of the year, with that historical average well over 100%, as a matter of fact. Wave heights still fairly high today, but the good news is they will really start to drop off as we go into your Friday. And there you can see about 4 feet, kind of getting closer to the coast. But marine forecast, there's actually a hazardous seas warning, unfortunately, for today. But today, the winds will be from the northwest at 5 to 10 knots, with their waves from the west at 12 feet at about 12 seconds. All right, here's your neighborhood forecast, brought to you in part by Dignity Health and Grange Co-op. Let's start off with your Trinity County forecast, sponsored by Grange Co-op. And there you can see those temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, maybe some of those lingering morning showers, otherwise fairly dry through the day today, dry through the weekend and Monday, and there's that chance for rain by next Tuesday, Wednesday. And then for the coast, a chance for some sprinkles. The farther south you go, I'd say the slimmer the chances, and then we see more rain coming in by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. But drier weather is in store for us, especially this afternoon, Friday through the weekend, and Monday. And then for your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, a few morning flurries. Otherwise, we do see things dry out there. That's also the case for Modoc County. Still a bit breezy with those winds from the northwest at about 15 miles per hour or so. Eastern Mountains, I think you'll be dry through most of the day. Places like Fall River Mills, maybe a little bit to the south of that, may see a sprinkle or two, maybe a flurry for some of the higher elevations. But south of that should remain dry all day through the weekend into Monday, with that chance for rain coming again Tuesday, Wednesday. For the valley, we're dry, looking at mostly sunny skies here through Monday. Temperatures back in the 80s. There's your 7-day forecast for Chico. Ooh, I meant to change the bunny and bring it over to Sunday, but it is Sunday. That is Easter, not Monday. And of course, that chance for showers next Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's take you up to the north. 64 degrees for Redding, 63 in Cottonwood, and 64 degrees in Red Bluff. And same story. The bunny decided to jump on over and throw that egg into Monday, but Sunday is Easter, not Monday. I didn't change that part of the graphic here, but that is what it looks like for your Easter weekend. And Tuesday, Wednesday, a chance for more showers and slightly cooler. That's your morning update. I'll be back again at noon for the latest Check Your Weather. Have a great morning.
When you see flashing lights, someone's life depends on us.
And while we're out helping crash victims, we need your help to keep us safe. Move over, slow down. It's the law. It protects everyone.
Our crews are out here every day, keeping the roads safe for you and your family.
We're often the last ones on scene, and we want to make it home safe too.
Protect those who protect you. Slow down and move over.